Have you ever gotten so terrified of being in front of an audience that you started to freak out right on the spot? I have, and today I will talk about my horrible, okay, and good experiences with public speaking. When I was a junior in high school, I was asked to give a presentation on a CNA class I was taking at the time. I didn't really like public speaking, but my teacher really wanted me to, and I really liked her, so I decided I'd do it for her. When the day came, I stood in front of a group of teachers and principals and instantly became nervous. I started to speak and instantly I started to stutter and sweat. I tried to ignore the effects I was having until then I started to itch. At this point, I realized I was breaking into hives. My teacher started to realize how nervous I was and the effects it was having on me, and she started to motion to me to end and leave the room. So obviously, this speech did not go well for me. My OK experience was in the 8th grade, and I was required to write a speech for my election for student council. I wrote the speech out weeks in advance, practiced so many times in front of my family and friends, but yet I was still worried. When the day came, a friend of mine went before me and fell as she was walking up the stage. Everyone laughed at her and was hooting and hollering, and I felt so bad for her, but at the same time, I knew that as long as I didn't fall, the speech had to go better than hers. I stumbled on a few parts of the speech and had a few chuckles from the crowd, but ultimately I did an okay job with that speech. The good experiences I had with public speaking was my senior year of high school. I had to do a presentation on the college I was going to be attending the next year. I was very confident with the topic, and there were not too many kids in the class, so I wasn't too worried about the speech. I loved my teacher, and she had reassured me that it would be fine, so I knew that it would go well. I had a PowerPoint to work off of, so there were constant reminders of what to talk about, and it gave me some little downtime with the pictures and explaining everything that was on the slides. The speech went wonderful, and I received an A for the project. Today you learned a little about my past experiences with public speaking and a little bit about me.